right.
Okay.
Today we are back with another reaction video. We are going to react to Morissette Amon. We've been receiving a lot of requests to listen to her. People have been calling her one of the most talented artists in the world.
Yes.
A once-in-a-generation talent. So I think it's time.
Many of you have requested that we listen to her cover of Rise Up by Andra.
Yes.
You remember that song, right?
Beautiful song.
One of the most beautiful songs I've heard.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we're going to do today. But let's start with just a few of your comments that came in the past few months. So Eric H. says, do Morissette Amon Rise Up Wish Bus performance. Then check out her other stuff. You'll lose it.
All right.
You will lose it. We just might, Eric. Mark Angelo Mabatan says, please do react to Filipino singers. Check out Morissette Amon singing Rise Up on Wish 107.5 in the Philippines. And 1304E7 Delfino says, please react to I'll Rise Up by Andra, a cover by Morissette Amon on Wish Bus 107.5. I hope that you'll both appreciate it. I'm sure we will.
I think so. All right. And the last comment comes from Craig Litorno. Craig writes, you guys are great. I opened this YouTube account just to send you a comment. Thank you, Craig. I came across your channel and was very impressed with your approach. Regarding artists, and particularly Filipino artists you've never heard before, I have a rabbit hole you will not regret going down. Her name is Morissette Amon. She is, without any hyperbole, a once-in-a-generation talent. Jordan, we've heard this before. People call Angelina Jordan a once-in-a-generation talent.
Yeah.
People call Damash Kudaibergen a once-in-a-generation talent.
Harry Mack, the freestyle rapper, is a once-in-a-generation talent.
Harry Mack, BTS are once-in-a-generation talents.
It seems like we're just ticking off the list.
This is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
These rabbit holes of once-in-a-generation talents.
Yeah.
Craig continues, an absolutely astounding voice. Please react to Rise Up and or Never Enough on the 107.5 Wish Bus. This is not an attempt to push a radio station, but rather a sincere request for you to hear the world's most talented singer that the West has not yet been blessed to hear. Her cover of Secret Love Song has 187 million views. Okay. So again, here we are. We're about to begin the journey of another artist that we have never heard before.
Yeah.
Right? I had never heard of Morissette Amon.
Me neither. I mean, just from the people's recommendations.
Yeah.
Just her name. Yeah.
And I've never heard a song by Morissette Amon, but I bet that after we get done listening to her rendition of Rise Up, we'll be hooked.
Yeah, it's always bittersweet entering a new rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you have no idea what to expect. You just know that it's about to be good.
And also, it's like, you know, it's analogous to chasing something for the first time, right? If you think people talk about chasing the high, right? Whether it's from drugs, you know, whether it's from some form of stimulation, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, when you listen to something for the first time, when you do something for the first time, you're forever chasing that first time experience. So I think we really need to relish these first time reactions.
Absolutely.
And I'm ready.
Okay, so Jared, we know it's a cover by Andra, right? We're going to listen to that cover, but let's just first search up Morissette Amon and learn a little bit about her. Okay, so she's known by one name.
Morissette.
And when singers are known by one name, that's a good sign. Rihanna, Whitney. So Joanne Morissette Amon Lamar was born on June 2nd, 1996. So she's
younger than us.
25 or 26? She's 26 years old.
Oh, she just turned 26.
Just turned 26. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So she's known professionally as Morissette and frequently also referred to as Morissette Amon. She is a Filipina singer, songwriter, producer, and former actress.
Former actress. Interesting.
She first rose to prominence when she was the runner-up on TV5's Star Factor at the age of 14. In 2012, she made her professional stage debut in the repertory Philippine stage adaptation of Disney's Camp Rock in the role of Michi Torres. She competed in the first season of ABS-CBN's The Voice of the Philippines in 2013, where she became part of Sarah Geronimo's team.
Morissette was born and raised in Minglanilla, Cebu. She became part of ABS-CBN's Sunday afternoon show, ASAP, in January 2014, and was introduced as one of the homegrown divas, which ultimately became ASAP's Brit Queens. She became a recording artist of Star Music in early 2014 and released her first album titled Morissette in March 2015. In 2017, she was called the next big diva. So just from reading this, she is deep in the game already, right? She's 26 years old, and over the past 10 or 15 years, she's been sort of building up her portfolio, being recognized as the next big diva, right? I'm ready to listen to her.
Yeah, I'm ready too, Jared. And like Craig said, she's one of the world's most talented singers that the West has not been blessed to hear yet.
Yeah.
So she's very popular on YouTube, as Craig also mentioned. But it seems like mainstream-wise, in the West, in the U.S., she's not as popular.
Yeah.
And I want to know why that is. Morissette has often been referred to as Asia's Phoenix since her performance at the 14th Asia Song Festival in Busan, South Korea on September 24th, 2017, where she represented the Philippines. Asia's Phoenix. What does that mean?
Asia's Phoenix.
What does it mean to call somebody a phoenix?
Yeah, let's look up the term phoenix. A person or thing regarded as uniquely remarkable in some respect. So she is Asia's Phoenix.
That's a whole continent.
Yeah.
That's a big ask.
That's quite the title. Have we done our research?
I think that's a good start.
Yeah.
I think that's a good start. She's known as Asia's Phoenix. She goes by one name. I mean, that's pretty much all you got to know, Jared.
Her debut album was the title of her name,
Yeah,
Morissette.
self-titled. Yeah.
She's 26 years old.
She's from the Philippines.
And people are calling her a once-in-a-generation talent. Let's hit that button.
First, Jared, we got to listen to Andra Day.
That's right.
And just really quickly, Andra Day, who we have heard her rendition of Rise Up.
Yep.
She is an American singer, songwriter, and actress. She's the recipient of various accolades, including a Grammy Award and a Golden Globe Award, in addition to nominations for an Academy Award and a Daytime Emmy Award. Yeah, Jared, so Andra Day, in her own right, is an established, highly influential artist. All right, so let's listen to Andra Day's version, the original version of Rise Up in 2015. Before we jump into Morissette, this is the acoustic live video version.
All right.
Here we go.
Rise Up is just a song about any type of relationship. It's actually really just about, I look at everyone as we are all brothers and sisters, and we are all sort of a body working together, So Rise Up is really about saying one piece isn't better than the other, and when this part is struggling, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna lift you up, I'll be there. If you're going through pain, I'll go through the pain with you, If you're celebrating, I'll celebrate with you, So it's just sort of saying, I will rise up for you.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. You can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out. Mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again, and I'll rise up, I like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.
I think we're going to say the same thing here.
Vocal fry.
Vocal fry. Do you hear that squeal in her voice?
The squeakiness.
Jordan,
the
it's so slight. Hold on. When she says, and I'll rise up, right when she says and.
Yeah.
It's like a millisecond where it's a squeal that is instrumental.
It's instrumental. It's pain leaving the body. That's what it is for me, Jared. It's not many people can make that sound with their voice. I sure as hell can't.
Yeah.
Like, that's special.
Yeah, if I'm squealing, I'm throwing up. Right? I'm spitting something out of my mouth.
Yeah.
That is like, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
When the silence is quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Mountains, bring it to its feet. Mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. That we have each other, and for that we have each other. Yeah. We will rise, we'll rise up, we'll rise.
I gotta pause it one more time, Jared. There's some songs out there that they'll make you run up an entire mountain and you won't stop.
Yep.
That's this. I could run up an entire mountain with no water. Just this in my ears. Imagine trying to do something like that. Not really run up an entire mountain, but
No,
maybe
no.
run 2-3 miles.
Literally run up an entire mountain.
Maybe, but Jared, run 2 to 3 miles with this in your ear or with nothing in your ears.
Oh, yeah. Night and day.
Night and day.
Along those same lines, night and day, you can go from feeling so much stress in your body, right? Your body is heavy.
Yeah.
You feel weighed down. 3 minutes and 55 seconds into this song, I have risen.
Were you stressed out?
My body was stressed. I felt heavy. You know, you have that feeling where you're down. I have risen.
Yes.
Jordan, the power of music is one of the most powerful forces in this world. And it's so tempting to continually underestimate that power. Do you know what I mean? It's so tempting for us to say it's just music, right? It's not a drug. It's not a substance. You're not injecting yourself with a liquid, right? It's something that you put on a pair of headphones and you're just listening to something. That's not power. That's not a force. That's not medicine. I think we know now.
Yeah.
That music is pure medicine.
Yeah. Perfectly said, man. Let's finish this up. Beautiful.
I'll rise up. I like the waves. I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up. In spite of the ache, we'll rise up. And we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Oh, wow.
We will rise.
Come on now, Jared. Somebody give Andra Day the recognition she deserves. I know she has a Grammy and a Golden Globe.
Yeah.
But come on, Jared. You know those artists that just kind of fly underneath the radar, but are some of the most talented artists capable of expressing the highest amounts of emotion.
Yeah.
That's Andra Day.
And look, the bar has been set,
Yes.
right? And for people to direct us to Morissette's cover of Rise Up must mean that Morissette knocked this out of the park.
Jared, no more talking.
No more talking. It's time to be introduced to Morissette.
Let's go. Morissette Amon covering Rise Up by Andra Day live on Wish 107.5, which is a radio station in the Philippines. Here we go.
Best day at Petron. Best day at Petron.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we go work it out.
Wish
Mountains.
107.5.
We can work it out. Move mountains. I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day, and I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying. And I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains.
Okay.
We can walk it out. Move mountains. And I'll rise up today, and I'll rise up unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope. And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other. Oh. We will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh.
Wow.
Rise, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up. High like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Cheers.
For you, for you, for you, for you.
Wish Exclusive on Wish 1075.
We will rise again and again and again.
Jared. Hold up, Jared. I just have a few things I want to say.
Yeah, there's I think this may have started something for us. We might need to bring notepads and pens in here just to jot down notes while we
right.
watch.
They just leave your head,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You want to say something, but you don't want to stop the video.
Yes, so I think I'm going to do that from here on out. Thank you, Morissette.
Let me just start, if you don't mind.
Go
Jared.
ahead, please.
Jared. We don't sing, right, Jared? We try maybe sometimes in the shower. But we like to think we have a pretty good ear, whatever that means.
Yeah.
We just heard Andra Day, and then we just heard Morissette. And I was thinking, after hearing Andra Day, how can anybody even reach the level
Yeah.
that Andra Day did when she was singing the song? And she was singing in the studio. Morissette's here singing in a radio station. Close your eyes, you wouldn't think she's singing in a radio station.
No.
You didn't hear her breathe. You didn't hear her make a mistake. What Morissette just did here, Jared, is take us on a journey that you thought was going to end. You thought she was going to bring it down, but she just kept going up.
Yeah.
And the only way that I can describe what I felt while I was listening to her sing is she has maybe 5 to 10 all-time greats living inside of her
Yes.
that come out seconds after one another and combine to create Morissette.
That is a great way of saying it.
Right? Did you hear that?
I heard Christina Aguilera loud and clear.
Loud and clear. I heard Ariana Grande.
Ah, Ariana.
Jared, that beautiful soft, I don't know how to describe it, but just that soft tone.
Yeah. You're spot on.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you back just to the very beginning of this performance. She grabbed the mic and she hit go.
Yeah.
There was no time for us to even,
That's right.
get settled in.
That's right. And she didn't stop.
She didn't stop. Play that really quickly.
Let's play that.
You're broken down and tired
Yeah.
of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we go work it out. Move
Wish
mountains,
1075.
we can work it out.
The level of confidence that she carries
Absolutely.
is extremely clear.
Self-assuredness.
Self-assuredness. Jordan, one of the first things I noticed is that there are perhaps hundreds of people outside watching her,
I noticed that too. Yeah.
peering in as she's singing at this radio station. And she looks so comfortable and confident. I was not expecting that. Right. And I got the vibe that, she is an actor, which she is. Right.
Okay.
And I feel like some of that training has polished her up a little bit. Right. Even her voice certainly is not as raspy as Andra Day's.
Okay.
However, it is so silky smooth
Yeah.
and so powerful, Jordan, that not once, I don't remember hearing her take a breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember hearing her take a breath. But to have a voice that is that powerful and to have the level of confidence and stamina that she has, right? You add all of these things up and, I can see why Craig is calling her, a once in a generation talent, because a lot of artists just have one or two of these intangibles. She's got plenty of them.
She got everything. Such a powerful voice, Jared. And the self-assuredness, the confidence makes her voice that much more powerful.
Yeah.
There's no guessing on how this is going to go in her head.
Yes.
She's done this many, many times before, in a studio, in the shower, in her rooms, in the car, and in a radio station. It doesn't matter where she is.
And
That's the vibe I got.
yeah, and you could tell she wasn't afraid to take the listener on a journey of her own.
Can we hear a bit of that?
Yeah, and it was almost as if she was improvising.
Yeah.
Right?
You hear Whitney Houston in there too?
There, I hear Whitney Houston.
And for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. Oh.
And Jared, these are all Western artists
Yeah.
that we're naming off. So we understand that. Her influences may be individuals we have no idea about. Let's just hear this journey real quick, because she didn't stop for the last fourth of the song.
Yeah.
Rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I rise up, high like the waves. I rise up, it's part of the ache, and I'll do it 1,000 times again for you, for you.
Wish Exclusive on Wish 1075.
We will rise
Oh,
again and again and again.
The squeal was there,
oh, it was there. Yeah.
right? That was something going into this I was looking for.
I want to know the term for that,
Yeah.
because we learned the term vocal fry after listening to Angelina Jordan.
Well, let's hit
Young
up
singer.
Google. Let's hit up Google and type in vocal squeal.
Hi, my name's David Coombs. We're in Stratford Circus in East London at the moment. And what I'd like to talk to you today about is a number of vocal effects that occur in commercial music. The first that I'd like to talk to you about is called creak. The Americans tend to refer to it as vocal fry, and other practitioners might call it slack. It's an area of the voice which feels as if it's below your singing voice. So if you can naturally sing down in your chest voice to a particular note, you'll probably find that vocal fry starts to kick in towards the bottom if you haven't given enough support, or it will actually feel below your chest voice. There are a number of genres where it appears. Predominantly, it would be in a genre that needs some kind of heightened emotion. So as an example, the two singers that I think are closely associated with vocal fry for the girls out there would be Britney. And I think if you talk to any singer about vocal fry, the first person that they will probably mention is Britney Spears, and you get it in
Interesting.
oh baby, baby. It's
Okay.
the oh underneath the note. It can be overused, but as an effect for heightening an emotion, it can be really useful.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks like Andra Day when she says, "And I'll rise up."
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
right when she says "and,"
Yeah.
it's somewhat of
Vocal
a vocal
fry?
fry.
Even though it's not that low. Vocal fry? Is it still considered vocal fry? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I've been calling it a squeal,
Yeah.
but after listening to this, it sounds to
fry?
me like a version of vocal fry that is just a bit higher than
Yeah.
digging deep down into the lowest register.
Let's real quick listen to Andra Day do that, and then Morissette do it.
Yeah,
And I'll rise up, I'll rise.
It's subtle.
yeah, very subtle.
It's subtle.
I like the waves will rise up in spite of
It's so subtle,
Ah.
but it's a squeal that just draws you in.
Yeah.
I like the waves will rise up in spite of the
Ah.
Yeah,
And Morissette did it in various parts of the song.
yeah.
And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up in spite of the ache. And I'll do it 1,000 times.
Right there. Right there.
She says 1,000.
1,000 on 1,000. Jared, listen to that part again.
Yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes.
It's almost like you missed it the first time.
Oh yeah, I mean us pointing out certain portions of this song is just an excuse for us to go back and listen to it again. So hit
Here we
that
go.
play
Here we go.
button.
Here we go.
Each other. Oh. We will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh. We will rise. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up in spite of the ache. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. I rise up the day, I rise up in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I rise up, high like the waves. I rise up We will rise
Jerry.
again and again and again.
Even when you close your eyes, you can feel the confidence.
Wait, Jared. Did I not hear it the first time or what? Like, this is I don't even know the word. Like, hearing it back again.
Masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece.
It is.
It's a masterpiece. I don't know what your favorite part was, but she just completely...
My favorite part was what you just played, because she wove in the vocal fry, the vocal squeal, the vocal squeak, the journey over the hill and back down again, the Christina Aguilera, all while doing it so smoothly and so confidently. She's sitting there looking like she's a character in a Disney movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on here.
A lot going on. But I just have to say, Jared, this part, literally listening to it the second time, it did something to my soul. It literally chipped away at a part of my soul.
Yeah.
Do you know
close
what
your
part?
eyes?
I close my eyes for a bit, Jared, but this part makes me smile every time. Right here.
Now rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up in spite of the air.
What?
You know what that is, right?
What is that? Please tell me.
That's pure confidence.
Like the day.
Because
what?
Look, think about a singer who is a little bit timid to sing that part. That part won't happen.
No one else will sing this part like her. This is her stamp on the song.
Yes.
This is flow state. I don't even think this is... She may have practiced, may have rehearsed this multiple times, I would imagine. But at this point, Jared, you can hear the flow state.
Right? To do this one time through.
I mean, she's in her...
Yeah.
She's not in her right mind right now. Literally.
She's in her right mind.
She's very much in her right mind, but maybe I'm not in my right mind. What was that? I for the 10th time, I have to hear it again.
And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up in spite of the ache. And I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Maybe it's just me. I don't know, man. I didn't catch that the first time.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I didn't know what to expect. And I know we always say this.
Always, man.
Right? After you get done listening to a new artist, we will be seeing Morissette next week. All right?
Yeah. But
next song next week.
But what we need from you all is to let us know what's next. This was a great opener, great start, great introduction to Morissette. But I'm sure the people are going to let us know that, oh, you thought that was good?
Yeah.
Wait until you hear this. We want those songs. Let us know, everybody, where do we go after this cover? Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to our channel, make sure you give it a like. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment down below and subscribe.
And don't forget to turn on those notifications. But most importantly, be kind
and keep an open mind, everybody.
Peace.
Rise up.